Tia Mowry reveals the real reason she divorced Corey Hardrict. Mowry chats with Jackée Harry about her failed nuptials. Speculation and innuendos have been running rampant since Tia Mowry and her ex-husband Corey Hardrict shocked fans by filing for divorce in October 2022. Mowry and former sister co-star Jackée Harry discuss the real reason behind the dissolution of the marriage on the latest episode of her reality show, Tia Mowry, My Next Act, which began airing on October 4, 2024. The show airs Fridays at 9:30 p.m. ET on WeTV. Specifically, Harry, 68, who is very close to Mowry, spoke up about what caused the rift in Mowry's and Hardrict's union. Jackée Harry explains why Tia Mowry got divorced. If I might say, somebody else was dissatisfied that they weren't working, Harry said during the chat, obviously referencing Hardrict, according to Essence. One partner makes more money or has more success is a gap that is so hard and that can't work. You can't have competition. It just does not work, Harry added. You can't stop your career because you want to even it out, the actress continued. Harry hastened to add that she doesn't dislike Hardrict. But I already told him. I said, I'm on Tia's side. I know you gotta choose sides when there's a divorce. I don't want him to feel bad. Jackée Harry empathizes with Tia Mowry's plight. Harry can empathize with Mowry as a once-married star who thought she had it all in the 1980s and 1990s with such hit shows as 227 and Sister. I told you I had it all for 3 years in my career, in my lifetime, I had it all. I had a man, the kid and the money. Yeah, and it was all working and then it all went to shish, Harry revealed to Mowry. Harry, who wedded hairstylist Elgin Charles in 1996, wonders if she sounds bitter about the implosion of her own marriage that ended in 2003. It was phenomenal. I had support. I had nannies. I had beach boys. I mean, I had it all, but you can't have it all the time. Somebody's got to stay home with the kids or nurture the ego of the man. Harry then asked rhetorically, do I sound bitter? Mowry, who's now a mother of 2, openly wonders if she is making the same mistakes she made before. Working, being a mother and just putting a lot of effort into dating right now is a lot to juggle and balance, Mowry said. And I can't help but wonder if I am repeating the same mistake now. In a revealing new interview, Tia Mowry, star of the beloved sitcom Sister, has opened up about the real reason she decided to end her 14-year marriage to actor Corey Hardrict. The split, which shocked many of their fans and followers, has been the subject of intense speculation and media coverage since the couple announced their separation in 2022. While both Tia and Corey have maintained a sense of privacy regarding the details of their relationship, Tia's latest revelations provide an intimate and candid look into her decision to divorce and the emotional journey she's been on since. In this exclusive interview, Tia opens up about the emotional toll her marriage took on her, the self-discovery she experienced after their separation, and the reasons she ultimately made the difficult decision to part ways with Corey. For the first time, she shares the underlying reasons that led to their divorce, addressing the struggles that many couples face behind closed doors. A marriage that started with love but ended in divergence. Tia and Corey, who tied the knot in 2008, appeared to have it all: 2 children, a thriving careers, and a deep connection that many admired. From their early days together, they were the picture of Hollywood couple goals, frequently sharing their love for each other on social media and making red carpet appearances as a united front. However, as Tia explains in her interview, the reality of their relationship was far more complicated than it appeared to the public. While Tia initially tried to maintain a sense of normalcy, the cracks in her marriage began to show over the years. The first signs of strain, she says, came as she balanced the demands of motherhood, her career, and her own personal growth. As the years went on, Tia found herself increasingly focused on her own happiness and personal fulfillment, which she admits began to take a toll on the relationship. Looking back, I think we both lost sight of ourselves for a while, Tia reflects. We were so focused on our careers, our kids, and just trying to keep up with everything that we didn't take the time to check in with each other. We were both growing and evolving in different ways, but we weren't growing together anymore. For Tia, the realization that she and Corey were no longer on the same page emotionally, spiritually, and even personally came gradually, but it became undeniable after a certain point. It wasn't an overnight thing. It wasn't like one day everything fell apart. It was more of a slow drift, she says, her voice tinged with sadness as she reflects on the emotional toll of the split. We had moments where we tried to make it work, where we would talk about it, but I think deep down we both knew that we weren't happy the way we used to be. And eventually, I had to be honest with myself about what that meant. The pressure of public life, a hidden strain. Tia also shares that the pressures of being in the public eye contributed to the strain in their relationship. Throughout their marriage, both Tia and Corey experienced their share of ups and downs in their careers, but their relationship was always under the scrutiny of the media and their fans. Tia, in particular, became increasingly uncomfortable with the idea of living up to the perfect couple image that had been cultivated over the years. The hardest part of it all was the pressure of trying to keep up appearances, Tia admits. We both knew that people saw us as this ideal couple, and I think that sometimes made it harder to face the reality of our own struggles. We didn't want to disappoint anyone or seem like we were failing. But the truth is, sometimes relationships just don't work out, and it doesn't mean that you're a failure, it just means you've reached a point where you need to make a change for your own peace of mind and happiness. Tia's openness about the struggles of maintaining a public persona is a departure from the typical glossed-over narratives often presented by celebrities in the wake of a split. There's so much pressure to keep things looking perfect, and we weren't perfect, she admits. We had our issues, and there were days when we were struggling, but we didn't always show that. The facade started to feel heavy, and eventually, we both just had to acknowledge that we couldn't keep pretending that everything was okay. Emotional disconnect and the search for personal fulfillment. One of the major reasons that Tia points to for the divorce is the emotional disconnect that gradually developed between her and Corey. Despite their shared history and love for each other, Tia felt that they were no longer able to meet each other's emotional needs in the same way they once did. I think for a long time I was trying to fix things, trying to make everything work because I believed in our relationship so much, Tia reflects. But as I grew older, I realized that I needed to take care of myself, too. I needed to be fulfilled as an individual, not just as a wife and a mother. For Tia, this journey of self-discovery began after the birth of their second child, Cairo, in 2016. It was around this time that she started to feel the weight of being everything to everyone without taking the time to nurture her own passions and desires. When you're in a marriage for so long, you lose yourself in the other person. You forget who you are and what you want. I felt like I was giving so much of myself, and I wasn't getting back what I needed in return, she explains. Tia's decision to pursue her own happiness became clearer as she realized that she couldn't continue sacrificing her emotional needs for the sake of the relationship. She began focusing on her career, her mental health, and her personal growth, things that had taken a backseat during the years of her marriage. I started asking myself tough questions. Am I happy? Am I thriving? And the answer was no, not in the way I wanted to. So, I knew it was time to make a change. A difficult but necessary decision. Although the decision to divorce was painful, Tia insists that it was ultimately the right choice for both her and Corey. It was the hardest decision I've ever had to make, she admits. But when I looked at myself and saw that I wasn't the best version of me in that marriage, I knew that I had to let go. It wasn't about Corey or our kids, it was about me being true to myself and my own needs. And I had to do that for my own well-being. The divorce, Tia acknowledges, has allowed her to rediscover parts of herself that had been buried for years. Since the divorce, I've found parts of me that I had forgotten existed. I've been able to focus on my passions again, and I've rediscovered my love for acting and entrepreneurship, she says with a smile. I've learned that you can still be a good mom, a good person, and a good partner to others without sacrificing your own happiness. While the split was difficult, Tia is grateful for the lessons it has taught her about herself, relationships, and the importance of self-care. At the end of the day, I think divorce taught me that I'm stronger than I ever realized. I've learned to lean into my own strength, my own independence, and my own voice. And I'm proud of the woman I'm becoming. Co-parenting, a new chapter. Though the divorce was challenging, Tia and Corey have maintained a positive co-parenting relationship, putting the needs of their two children, Cree and Cairo, first. We're both really committed to making sure that our kids feel loved and supported, no matter what, Tia says. It's not always easy, but we're doing our best to make sure that they know they are our top priority. Both Tia and Corey have continued to put their children first, ensuring that they have a healthy and supportive environment despite the changes in their family structure. Our kids are adjusting, and we're adjusting, too, Tia says. But we're both doing what we can to make sure they feel secure and loved. Moving forward, Tia's journey of healing. Looking forward, Tia is focused on continuing her personal growth, career development, and raising her children. The journey of healing is ongoing, she says. It's not a straight path, but every day is a new opportunity for growth and progress. I'm excited about the future and the new chapter I'm creating for myself and my family. Tia has also taken the opportunity to reflect on the lessons she's learned throughout her marriage, her divorce, and the challenges that come with being a mother and a public figure. I've learned to embrace imperfection, to be kind to myself, and to remember that it's okay to take time for myself. I'm not perfect, but I'm enough, and I'm doing my best. For Tia, the divorce was a painful but necessary step in reclaiming her own happiness and identity. As she continues to navigate this new chapter of her life, she is more committed than ever to being her true, authentic self, and to ensuring that her children grow up knowing they are loved, no matter what. Tia's journey is one of resilience, self-discovery, and the courage to prioritize her own happiness. As she moves forward, she remains hopeful and optimistic about the future, knowing that the best is yet to come.